take two. That's a long story on that. Anyway, so it's Merry Christmas. It's actually Christmas Day, and by the time this video comes out, it'll be closer to New Year's Day. So Happy New Year to everybody also in that case. Well, I was hoping this video would be a little bit, well, not just a little bit, but much different, and that would be more of an install video of pipes onto the Street Glide. I had the S&S Sidewinder pipes at 2-into-1 that I got for those. I was hoping to have that video for you. Instead, I've got more of a fail on that issue there, and I should have just went with my gut feel, which was have the dealership installers for me. In fact, that Saturday was the day that I tried to install those. I decided to watch the J&P Cycles video on how to install those pipes on a newer road glide. And before I bought those pipes, you know, I checked to see if it would fit the bike, and of course I put the information in there and said, hey, it'll fit the 2023 Street Glide CVO. You know, I'm saying, great. And so I was, when I got those, I was gonna, I was thinking about, at that time, installing them. And then on that Saturday, I was like thinking, well, do I really want to do that? And you know, I have to get Meg involved because you know, she'd have to pick me up after I dropped the bike off, and she was working, and so I also decided to watch the video again, and it's, you know, about 12 minutes long, and it's like, hey, how tough can it be when it's just 12 minutes long? And half of that was to take off the old pipe, so which actually didn't have too much trouble with that, just a little bit. You know, that's because the CVO has a lot of the stuff mounted to the front end of the frame now, the radiator and everything else there, and so that further south flange in that was, you know, a little bit difficult to get to it, but I, you know, had the right tools. I had that U-joint extension there that actually could snake it in there and get to it and loosen it off. So I was able to kind of remove the pipes without any real big headaches. And of course the video shows them, no, just put this there, put that on there, so tighten those things down, put on the muffler, tighten it down, and start it up. Sure. Everything fit. So I was, you know, Yeah, another thing, they don't give you instructions. You have to download them, which I guess is, you know, understandable. It saves a little money, I guess. So they don't have to use their own paper, you know, type of thing. But, so, you know, did the things, and of course, there was a slight difference between the video and the pipes I had, where they had the, depending on what O2 sensor you're running, the large or the small ones, you had your little adapter that would fit in that hole. Well, this pipe had four holes, two for the larger sensor, and two adapters for the lower sensor. So it was like anyway, so I was able to put in those plugs in for the larger sensor, and then, you know, the O2 sensors would just fit in the lower section there, so no problem there. And so I put the center clamp that mounts to the bottom of the frame, where it actually supports your pipes other than just the exhaust bolts. And the rear bolts that hold your muffler on. So I get that loosely on there, and got the rear header pipe onto the bike, stretched the front over to the front, got those on there, and kind of got the flange nuts started on those. The very front one took me, I dropped it about 10 times, you know, down in where the radiator is and everything like that. So you know, just luckily I had the well, not luck, by luck I had one. One of those magnet retrievers. Bolt retrievers, so I could snake it down there and get that out. So that was always fun, fishing it out, you know, several times. And so I got somewhat attached, hand tight, onto the front one, but I couldn't get the socket head in there, even with the U-joint there, because again, everything that's kind of mounted there, I even pulled some of that stuff, actually kind of pulls off, but it almost looks like you have to remove it to really get access to it, which is something, you know, I really didn't want to do. I hate having to remove stuff just to so you can get to something. You know, yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I would think about having the, you know, the dealership do the install and everything like that. But anyway, I get that somewhat started, finger tight. Can't get the socket head on there. So I start working on the that center clamp that mounts it to the frame, and the bracket itself is, I'd say, 4 or 5 inches long, wide I should say, and you have to fit it in behind the clutch cable, and it just wouldn't fit. I couldn't get it straight, couldn't get it out over to where the bolt was there to clamp onto. Thinking, well, maybe if I flip it, maybe I could do that. No, it didn't work. So after messing with it for, not the whole time, I spent a whole 4 hours on it, crawling on the garage floor and everything like that, and really felt my age at that. After that time, I was so sore. I didn't want to move after I got done with the whole fiasco of giving up. Got done with everything to give up. So came to the realization is that clamp doesn't work for this bike. So hopefully when this video comes up, I'll have an update to the install, and I'm hoping that Harley can finish installing those pipes for me. And my fear is that they'll come back and say these pipes don't fit this bike, which is another problem I have to deal with. But anywho, so yeah, frustrating weekend. Well, I should say frustrating Saturday, because the overall, well, I guess I should say frustrating 4.5 hours of really the last 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe, of trying to make that thing work. But the rest of the weekend was good. Hope everyone's weekend was good, safe, uneventful, or eventful in a good way. But yeah, hopefully when this video comes up, I'll have an update to show you that, hey, here's the pipe, blah blah blah. Well, I can tell you one thing for sure: when I get my bars in, that's going to go to the dealership, because you got to take the pipes off to use to put them on, because the extension cable is needed for that. So anyway, if you like this failure video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. There's other videos on here that are definitely more successful with the installs, if you want to check those out. And anyway, so if words I subscribe, yeah. So as always, be safe, God bless, cause out. Actually, got my mind all up. Let me try that again. God bless, peace out, cause out.